Hello, club members, and welcome to the Nine Lives Horror Club, where usually we break down horror movies and analyze them to discuss the real life horrors we're all too scared to talk about. But today, it's your bonus episode for April.
Ooh.
So I'm Cheyenne, and usually I bring the analysis and antagonize Ben. I will still be antagonizing today.
And I'm Ben, and I guess I still bring passionate takes, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
Uh,
if we have hot takes today.
not too hot. They're pretty,
Mm-mm.
they're pretty kind.
Yeah. If you're watching, hi, you will see me icing my head. I have a headache, so it's fine. Just ignore it. Ben, before we get into our topic and what we're yapping about today, you got any bevy on the pod?
No, I'm out of bevy.
Got a bevy on the pod? Okay, well, I have a bevy on the pod. I have a new, this is a double recording day. So I have a new Waterloo. Now this is peach raspberry. And I am still nursing this margarita I started and then had to take Excedrin.
I wish.
So, and water, of course. And Ben, today, for this bonus episode, we're talking about a movie, but you're not getting a recap.
No,
So
because we watched it in theaters and
you watched it
didn't
in
take notes.
theaters. Nope. And this is your official warning. If you don't want spoilers for this movie, come back later. Okay? We are going to be talking about our thoughts, feelings, and opinions about Ready or Not 2. Woo!
I forgot my thoughts on it, actually. I really
You
don't know.
forgot. Okay, well, I will get us started. First of all, I do want to talk about how this movie starts because I was obsessed with it, though this is not a recap. Your small recap is that this movie starts immediately where we left off
Immediately.
on the first Ready or Not.
So
Ready or Not,
actually,
so-
before we get too far, just quick
Yeah.
recap, just to describe what these movies are, Cheyenne.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so first and foremost, I love these movies. Both. Mostly the first one. The first one is no notes. Second, so this movie stars Samara Weaving. That's her name, right? Because I get her name mixed up with somebody else.
Samara Weaving, yes, Samara Weaving.
Thank you. Okay. Stars her. So honestly, what else do you need to know? But I'll tell you some more. She is marrying into this rich family. And they are rich because their dad, grandfather?
I don't think it's. I think it's like
The patriarch.
It's old money. It's old family money.
Old family money. The patriarch of the family started a very famous and popular board game company, which is kind of fun. It's kind of different. It's a different version of old money. So she wears this sleigh wedding dress. I actually thought about wearing my wedding dress for this episode, but it's like a lot of work to get into.
That's so funny. I really respect that.
I thought about it, but it's just too much work. And also, as you know, my mobility of my arms is really limited when I wear it.
I recall.
So anyways, squad, sleigh wedding dress, sleigh. And her and her husband, so cute. Anyways, a lot of weird beef happening with this family. She gets in, they get through the wedding. It's wedding night. They're interrupted because she has to play an initiation game. So hee hee ha ha. Kind of weird, but cute. So it's a game family, except she draws the one card that nobody wants, which is hide and seek.
Are you a game family,
And-
Cheyenne?
I was an only child.
Oh,
So
because I come from a game family. We play games.
after I finish this little rundown, I will come back to that.
Mhm.
So anyways, she picks hide and seek. Nobody wants that card. Hardly anyone's ever gotten that card.
Yeah, they all look like
And-
pissed off. They go, not pissed off. They look like upset.
Like, oh, because she's obviously she's cool. She's Samara Weaving. And so basically they have to all hunt her down and kill her before dawn, or Satan will not be happy and will kill all of them because they made a deal with the devil for their fortune.
Mhm.
And she wins. and we love to see it. And the ending scene, the iconic ending scene, is her sitting on the stairs to their grand mansion as it is going up in flames, and she's in her blood-drenched wedding dress, and she's having a little ciggy, and the EMTs come up and go, "Miss, are you okay? What happened to you?" And she goes, "In-laws."
Not the timey
And
witty. Not. I do appreciate that the sequel does when it starts off with like replays that scene. She
yes,
immediately goes into shock afterwards. She's like, "Yeah, you're not doing well."
yeah. Yes, the realisticness of it, bringing it back, love. And then the premise of the second movie, before we get into it, is she survived, she's taken to the hospital, except she's the only survivor out of so many people dying. And she, so justified, has killed multiple people. And so she's being, I don't think she's being detained, but like kind of, because she's in the hospital. She's not like being taken to the jail, but you know, she's a suspect. And while she's in the hospital for 5 minutes, we learn that there is a network of the world's most powerful people that are involved in this cult of making deals with the devil. And since she survived, a new game has been triggered where
all they do is describe there's a certain like loophole or something that's been activated now.
Well, it's because since the bride or the person marrying in won, now the board of this cult, they all have to try and hunt her down and kill her. So we're starting over. But if she wins, she is the head of the board, or she was the seat of the board or something.
Because of this, it creates this situation
open power spot
where every family can like now fight again for like the head of the cult. And so like even though like the family she beat was not the head of the cult, they're one of the families on this council, and now the entire council is able to fight to be head of this cult. So either if they kill her, then they win. But if she survives the night, then she becomes head.
Yep. And also, they die along the way. It's like if she kills them, then their line starts.
No.
No?
That wasn't part of it. Wasn't part of it.
They kept blowing up, remember?
As if they killed someone else who was in the game.
Then
that
their
was
whole
not
line
her. Yes.
quite literally blows up.
Yeah. So like it was so like to explain that they couldn't just kill each other and then to kill her for the power.
Okay. And very notable, this movie has Elijah Wood in it.
Elijah Wood's very good in this movie. He just makes
and I love him. He's so cute. He's so cute. And then the twist of this movie is that if Samara Weaving's character marries someone in the council, then the whole thing is like shut down, and she's therefore in the council.
Because I think it's like then technically she wins, but then the family she marries into is really the winner. So then she can live.
The big caveat here is that you cannot kill each other. Like families can't kill other families, but there's no rules against family killing family. So bad. Yes, so this movie starts with the iconic opening scene where the house is burning down behind her, and then she goes into shock, and we are rocking and rolling pretty quickly. Overall, there are many things with the sequel that I was obsessed with. So we're going to start there.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with Elijah Wood being in it, and his whole character. Loved him down.
I thought he did a really good job with it. He just read lines, but he's just so expressive. He was funny.
He's always funny. He just has this aura about him. he's a little why can't I think of the fucking, they're not goblins.
Gnome?
Lord of the Rings. No, Lord of the Rings. Hobbits. He's a little hobbit. And he always will be. But he's basically like a third party. He don't really have any skin in the game. He's just
really
kind of like a representative.
Yes, he's just like a lawyer for the devil.
Yeah, and he's great. He's funny. Also, I love the return of the dress. It didn't make any fucking sense, but I love it.
Oh my God, yes, yeah, but of
Let's
course,
start there. I've done something for you.
yes, because that's so funny to me. The fact that like, so of course we have to jump into the action early in the movie. Like she's taken to the hospital. Of course, her sister, who she's like estranged from, shows up,
Is that
and
McKenna Grace?
no,
Okay,
what?
of course
McKenna
not.
Grace was
Of
not in
course
this
it isn't.
movie.
Who is that?
That's Olivia Newton.
Oh,
No, it's not. Catherine Newton. It's Catherine Newton.
oh,
Olivia, I was thinking Olivia Newton-John. That's Catherine Newton.
oh. This is Katara from. No, this is Katara.
No, she's not. That's Mae Whitman.
Really?
Yes. Mae
Damn, they
Whitman's
all
like
look the
in
same to me.
Mae Whitman is not very old, but she's like well in her 30s now, if not 40. Catherine Newton's like 29. Catherine Newton
They don't look the same to me.
she was in the Ant-Man movie, Quantumania.
Mm-mm, didn't see this.
She was in the ballerina vampire movie, whose name escapes me.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Abigail.
in, yes, she was in, shoot, I just had the, Freaky. She's in Freaky.
Haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yep. She's in a
Okay.
lot of things. I'm
See,
surprised.
I thought all three of them were the same person.
Mm-mm. Mae
Just
Whitman
blonde.
doesn't do movies too much.
Huh. Anyways, sorry. The
Wow.
dress.
But yes, like so while they then get attacked by one of the members of the families who's trying to like get
Mhm.
a cheat in and like kill her before the game officially starts. So of course it doesn't work and he blows up because he broke the rules.
Mhm.
But
We love to
because
see it.
she's like they have a smart weaving in a wedding gown or not wedding gown in a hospital gown, and she's like, I know I might need a fight, so I need to be prepared. I need
I
to be
can't fight
dressed
in
appropriate.
this.
I can't fight in this gown. So instead she puts on her wedding dress in because
And
that's
it's
the
still tore the fuck up.
only thing close by. And I'm like, really?
And the yellow Converse come back.
Like,
I loved
really?
it.
That's the only
I
thing you
loved
have to
it.
fight in?
Wait, but it's such an iconic
You don't want to like run
like
down to like
outfit.
you don't want to run to like the gift shop or something.
I love it. I think it's great. I was obsessed with it. Kind of want to be it for Halloween.
I thought it was hilarious.
I loved it. And we have some like good old family drama in so many ways throughout this movie. And we learn some more. So Samara Weaving's character is Grace. We learn some like backstory between her and her sister Faith.
Yes.
So Grace and Faith, and they are teaming up against the Devil Cult.
And so you get to meet all these little quirky characters and
Mm-hmm.
families with their own little unique traits
Uh-huh.
as the two are trying to survive.
Yes. And I think they do a great job nailing the like sisterly dynamic, especially coming from like a trauma-led background.
Yeah.
Where obviously they like have banter and they there's like love for each other even though they kind of hate each other. But then they come back around. However, the main thing I want to talk about first and foremost, even though this is not the first or foremost thing we're talking about, is there's one scene in particular, Ben, and we both were confused by it.
Okay.
And that is the scenes, intercut two scenes, where Grace is fighting her husband's ex-girlfriend, ex-fiance. And it's so silly. They're like in a fake wedding setup. Samara Weaving's wearing her wedding dress that she wore to get married to this boy.
Yes, this is
She's
like a ways
fighting the
in,
ex-fiance. Yes, this is like a third, maybe, or 2/3 in. But they have pepper spray, so neither of them can see, and they're both just like fighting the air, thinking they're fighting each other. Very silly. However, it is intercut with her sister, Faith, getting the shit beat out of her by a man.
Yes, by specifically
and Total
Dr.
Eclipse
Abbott
of the Heart is playing.
From I just because I've been watching The Pit.
Oh, okay.
The actor is Dr. Abbott on The Pit.
Oh, okay.
He seems like he does seem like a very silly guy.
In this movie, he's not. In this movie, he is scary. He is scary. And not scary in a horror sense, scary in like a man sense, an entitled, power-hungry man. But these two scenes are intercut with each other, and one is very, very obviously silly. Totally Eclipse of the Heart is playing, and one is just violent.
It's because like it's like
And
yes,
tonally, it's confusing.
that's the one like probably my biggest issue with the movie is that sequence where I just didn't understand what they want me to feel.
Right. Because I love the girls fighting girls scene. That's very funny. It's like that whole premise and setup is funny. They're in the little fake wedding, the wedding, all of that's funny. Crazy timing.
Mhm.
Crazy timing. And I kind of want to like, what do you think? What do you think? Why?
What
What
do
is
you
the
think?
point?
I I
What
think
was the goal?
I maybe it was just to like lessen the blow of the violence against Catherine Newton's character against Faith a little
Faith.
bit, maybe, but it is just like a very violent scene, which there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But it felt as though they were trying to compare the two and like as though they were similar, and I
Yeah.
didn't really love it too much.
No, because that technique is often used for like a parallel in stories where you are supposed to draw
I think I would
comparisons and
enjoy
see
it
same, different.
more. I would enjoy it more, I think, if Samara Weaving's character also is kind of getting like absolutely destroyed in her fight, but that one was more like a give and take kind of thing, where we cut to just a brutal scene, and it's like okay, because that is the part where they first like big blow up, they split up, they're
Mm-hmm.
not working together anymore. I think you could make a parallel if they were getting like absolutely fought, like if they both were getting like destroyed in their fights, would have made a bit more sense.
Yeah.
But I think having like a silly scene versus a just actually scary scene
Mm-hmm.
it didn't really nail it for me, didn't hit the landing.
No. So I am interested, especially once this movie comes out to streaming and more people can like talk about it, what the analysis will be on that because that was the one time across both of these movies where I was like, and it was crazy because like while we were watching it, I was absolutely giggling. I
Like
was
during
giggling because the half of it is really funny.
most of it is
And they
funny
cut
except
it
for
so
that
quick.
part.
Yeah, you
Yes.
don't linger on either one so like too long. So it's
Well,
like
because it would be
really
like a
jarring.
very specific joke. Like Teehee, look, she's tackling a cutout of a bride who has like that was her wedding venue. She's tackling that, thinking it was the person. Teehee cut to the guy just punching in the face. You go, whoa, back to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it was like each time we saw the women fight, it was like each time was a
Funny.
joke. Like, oh, we're
Right.
joking, not here.
Yeah. And then another, and this is not the movie's fault. I don't, this is just coincidences are cruel sometimes.
Mhm.
The movie opens by talking about world events. And they're saying that there was like a ceasefire. The guy who's like in charge of the
Who's
devil cult.
played by it's David Cronenberg.
Okay, David Cronenberg has told somebody there's like this crazy war happening, and he calls somebody and he's like, approve the ceasefire. And then 2 seconds later on the TV, the news is like, a ceasefire.
Yeah, because they're like the most powerful people alive.
But of course, they filmed this movie over a year ago. But really bad timing with its release and the Israel and Iran situation. Um, and it's there's not much to say because it's not intentional, you know? It was like over a year ago that they filmed this, but oof. So I have seen some I know the two scary didn't watch girls were like, ugh.
Oh, it's too a little too like. Actually, we do need that. We do need that actually.
And they're like, of course, same stance I'm having where they're like, obviously they didn't know, but
Smart reading, you could have
yikes.
done that with that era world power.
So that's crazy. And then this movie I think was a little bit sillier than the first one.
I disagree. I think they're both very silly in tone. I think actually, you know what? Yes, mostly because
They have the sisterly.
not even that it's more sisterly. I just think the first one it did a lot of scenes of like let's torture Samara Weaving because like she can scream. Like her scream is so guttural and
Oh yeah, I don't know
primal,
how she does
and
that. It's
it's insane. Because remember the
Mhm.
first one, there was like like a lot of sequences of her like um mostly her like trying to climb out of the pit comes to mind where she slams her hand on a nail and you're like, oh my
Or
God. Or she's trying to like squeeze through a fence and she completely cuts herself up and she's screaming that gut and not like a scream, like I would call it a roar.
there's like a vibrato to it.
She does such a good job with it. This movie
It's
did
like a
it a
goat belt.
little bit less so.
I think they were
It
more
still
intentional in where
it
they.
still gave her really gave her some like brutal like especially in the beginning.
Mhm.
If someone's getting hurt, it's gonna be her. Catherine Newton came out fine because Catherine Newton can't scream like she can.
No, she did get the shit beat out of her. She got the shit beat
She
out
would
of her.
eventually get, but for the most part, the beginning is like, oh, whoever's taking damage, it's gonna be Samara
Yeah,
Weaving.
yeah. And then speaking of damage, um, the kills I think were more creative because of one.
And the second one,
Yes,
because the first one didn't have kills. That's the
it
thing.
had kills. It had lots of kills. What are you talking about?
I mean, lots of, no, it didn't have lots of kills.
Every single one of those
I
maids.
do not,
Boom,
yeah, so
boom, boom.
there was what, two maids that got killed, three maids that
Three.
got
There were
killed,
three, first of all, and
and
then
like
every single fucking family member got
I
killed.
don't count every single family member. I don't count that. The only ones who like I would consider got killed was the mom who Samara Weaving like bashed her head in.
Esme from Twilight. Yeah.
No,
No, no, she's a
no,
Mike Flanagan woman.
no. It's
How many brunettes with square ass heads are there in horror movies?
isn't it Annie McDowell?
I don't know.
So I know
You know I'm not the authority.
I'm like 90% certain that's Annie McDowell.
Bro, I thought for sure that was Esme from fucking Twilight.
No, it I can assure you it's not. I'm looking it up.
Or
I'm
the mom from
80%.
Haunting of Hill House. Not the mom. Yeah, the mom.
No,
No, the older sister.
no.
The older sister. The older sister.
Yeah, it's Annie
I had to get there.
McDowell.
That's not the mom from, or the older sister from Haunting of Hill House?
No.
Really?
Yes. No, Annie McDowell, she is shoot, what's her name? Margaret Qualley's mom.
Nepo Baby. I didn't know
Yeah,
she
you
was a
know
Nepo
that?
Baby.
They look
No,
exactly alike.
she didn't have a square head.
Yes, she does.
No, Margaret. Mm-mm. But what shape head do I have?
Egg shaped.
You're technically not wrong because it's oval, okay?
Yeah, Annie McDowell was the mom in
Huh.
Ready or Not, who gets her head bashed in. Adam Brody gets like stabbed or shot.
Yeah, I liked
And
his
then like
character.
I think the most we get is just like one or two silly deaths from the maids, but they're just shot.
Okay, well, fine. This has a creative death. I will say it's one I've never seen before.
The
Um,
washing machine one?
yeah,
It's not, yeah, I wouldn't want that.
no. So for reference, they get a man who's trying to kill them into a industrial washing machine and they turned it on and he melts. And here's the thing, Ben, that phone wouldn't work. The phone would not be working. This isn't real. The phone wouldn't work.
What? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because he goes through the washing machine and they use his phone. I'm like, if it was like enough
He
to
melted. The
melt
phone
him,
still works.
like he melted in that thing. Either from
That's where I
chemicals
take a
or
problem.
heat. I like,
So another little thing about this, and I'm curious to what you think, Ben. So these movies, they have like a little undertone that you only get at the end of each movie. And I think it's cheeky. And
uh-huh.
it's like, what do they call him? Mr. Laval?
Mr.
I thought it was Laval.
I don't think it's LaBelle. It is. It's LaBelle. It's LaBelle. I just remembered
Oh,
it's
I was
Mr.
close.
LaBelle.
Okay. So at the end of both movies, when Grace wins, Mr. LaBelle shows up, I think in fire both times, and he gives an approving nod to her. Um, and what I think is cheeky about this is that it's like you would think that Mr. LaBelle would be wanting his people that are indebted to him to win because they serve him, so then it would serve him more to have them win. But he's always approving of Grace beating them up and killing them.
I think because he loves like chaos. He's like, this is silly. This is perfect. This is what I want.
But it's so like there is something there about the devil, Mr. LaBelle, Grace and Faith beating his people, and then like a respect thing. There's something, they're playing with something there.
I think he just loves games. He loves games, and she's won his game in a way
But
he didn't see.
Grace and Faith are very intentional names.
Of course, they make a joke about it.
It's interesting. It's interesting. I think it's interesting to have like who is supposed to be the devil being like, fair play.
I think it's supposed to be just like silly irony.
Probably, but it's still interesting. We have lots of heads exploding in this movie, which always fun.
You love
always
a head
fun.
exploding.
I do, and there's a Killian hair in my mouth. The main thing besides the return of the dress and the shoes that I love about this movie is every time Elijah Wood knows somebody's going to explode, he just like
He just ducks.
quietly grabs his book and hides.
Like, nothing to do with me. I'm not dealing with that.
And like my favorite is after it happens, like the first time people notice him do it, a couple people catch on and they also hide. But then like as we go, I feel like the people who are about to blow up never fucking figure it out.
Well, at least one of them is supposed to be a dumb idiot kid.
Right, the kid, yeah.
Who's just too obsessed with his Cheetos and video games.
Like Switch or something. So then what
valid, real.
Interested, because I have a very on-brand answer to this. What do you think these movies are talking about?
You're gonna say capitalism.
Yeah, of course I am. But also more. But also more.
I think they're talking about, oh my God, how fun to watch a person fight for their life and beat out the upper class.
Okay. You're dabbling on something. So hear me out.
No.
The only, besides trying to lighten the blow of Faith getting the sheet beat out of her, the sheet, I am also wondering if there is some element at play of like we're intercutting the silly ha 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 they're fighting but they're not doing well ha thing intercut with like Faith getting the shit beat out of her. I wonder if it's commentary at all on people getting entertainment and some level of enjoyment of watching violence and kind of drawing attention by having such an aggressive difference between no actual violence being done and then like brutal.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if it's supposed to be jarring on purpose in that sense.
It probably is supposed to be a little jarring, especially because like so much of the violence in the movies is treated, especially the first one, is treated as like hee hee ha ha. Not even hee hee ha ha because it's not, but like that's part of the entertainment. Like I said earlier, I said, oh my God, when she like they torture her to make her scream.
Yeah.
Because her scream's so good. Like I think that's what they're all might be trying to highlight with that.
Obviously this movie's about capitalism and how the few control the many.
And greed.
Yes. But
people, because a lot of it is driven. I also can say the same with the first one, I guess, because the husband does
100%.
genuinely love her and he doesn't want her to die in the first one until it's like his mom like pushes him like, no, like this is how we get what we want and your survival's at risk if it's in our family survival. So you gotta
Yeah.
choose your family or her.
He could have had a backbone about it, but anyways. Um, I think another thing that this movie plays with, and I am not 100% certain, but I think Samara Weaving got into this a little bit on her interview with Too Scary Didn't Watch.
Oh, the interview there, it's
Um,
so fun.
yeah, it was cute. And I think she got into this a little bit, but I could be making that up. Um, what you say about the entertainment of making her scream. A, as an actress, fantastic scream. We want to
Phenomenal,
hear it and see it.
phenomenal.
It's insane. Also, throughout these movies, these people are like actively seeking her downfall through death and torture. I think there is something in that we have a first singular woman, and then we have, you know, the power of sisters coming together to take down this patriarchal society is what
Hmm.
we'll call it, this board, which it's open to a woman to, you know, be in charge. However, we see when that is the option between that brother and sister, the brother goes like, not so. And he's the most violent, aggressive. Even the sister who is trying to take Samara Weaving down is like, sister, I'm scared.
Well, I think even her character is supposed to be not even just scared, but she's like, she really can't control him. She's not gonna have power. When she thought she could control
Yeah.
him, she was fine. She had power. But that
Hmm.
was just her
And I
greed. That was her greed. Like, we need to work together so that I can still have power.
And I think a big reason Grace's character is like such an icon for so many reasons, but I think one thing is while there is, of course, an element of the society of which she is in actively torturing her and getting entertainment out of her scream and her pain and everything, that bitch does not go down.
No.
She almost retakes that pain and that scream and makes it an empowerment thing.
When she wins,
And she wins, and when she wins, I love this. I love this. I love that they made this a point in the movie. She wins. She has all of the power in the world. She becomes the most powerful person in the world. And she uses that power to say, I'm out. Leave me alone.
which again, I really think she should have been like healthcare for all. Now I'm out.
We could have started. We could have made like a few
I have
changes.
a few
I agree
changes.
with that. But I love that they make a point of it, and they make a point of the lawyer Elijah Wood coming in and being like, you know, there's like not a lot of literature on this because we never thought anyone would give up this power.
Oh,
I love the way they play with like, what would happen if there was a matriarch? Are women going to go out of their way to seek all this power?
I don't think it's I don't think it was a gendered thing.
I don't, but I love the like,
I think it was sort of a working class thing.
fair. But I do think inherently because she is a woman and they are like torturing her and doing all of this to her, it's automatically a misogyny, sexism thing. It's you can't take it out.
Watch
I
me.
don't think you can remove it because would the movie be nearly as interesting if it was a husband going through this?
Possibly.
I don't know.
I don't think you'd be able
Also,
to
would it
scream
happen
like Smart Weaving.
because is a man going to have a good scream like that? Are we going to actively seek out the man's
That's what I'm
scream and live
saying.
for it
I don't think a
and
man
make it
could do it.
iconic? And also, she herself, I'm almost positive, got into like, no, we're actively seeking out the pain of a woman and we're entertained by it in multiple layers through these movies.
Mhm.
So, I like them.
I like to say, I think I
My
like them.
opinion,
I think the first one to me was too silly.
what? I like the first one more.
I sometimes I go back and forth which one I like more. I like the first one, but I think there's just I think I needed a bit more from some of the family members.
In the first one or second
The
one?
first one. And the
Okay,
second one, I
excuse me.
think they utilized most characters pretty well. Most of like the,
Yeah.
especially because it's like, oh, we're ruling all the families are now competing
Yeah, I think everybody gets,
against each
we get
other.
a showcase of everyone.
The only And the only character decision that would tweak would be the X. Well, I fell on my chair a little bit. Would be the X who really just like could have been more of a character. Like she literally just gets like shot and killed later on in the movie, where she just went,
Uh-huh.
oh, dead. And you didn't see that part because you stepped out of the theater for a moment. But she just walks up and shoots.
I had to pee so bad.
And so for me, I'm like, that's an issue. But for the most part, they give each of the family members a defining trait.
Mhm.
And because they can kill them, they do. The first one, I think, had the problem of they can't kill family members without it having more depth and meaning. Hence why we
Fair.
have the fodder of the maids
Okay.
who get killed throughout, and like the only family members who do get killed are emotional ones, where it's like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, the good brother who is so sweet and kind is dead.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they use that to blame Samara Weaving, even though she doesn't do it. They blame Samara Weaving, and then the mom gets killed, and it's all just for the brother to be like, I choose my family over her. And that's my take on it.
Okay. A couple points came to mind as you were talking.
They better not
And I
disagree with me.
think no, none of them are disagreeing with you.
Better
I
not. You're not
fully agree.
allowed to.
Oh my god. Okay. Second, um interesting topic to bring up about the ex of the brother. Not the brother, the husband. Because she really is, I don't want to say reduced because we don't know her outside of her brief appearances in this movie, but her whole thing is just like scorned ex,
Yeah,
which
like
uh,
I think because it's not the worst thing because every character is supposed to be a caricature. Like everybody is. You know, there's the one guy who's just like silent brute who goes blah 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 blah, and like that's fine. Like um, there's
remember Party Boy
yeah, there's Party Boy, and like that's all he is.
and his
Um,
brother who was like
I'm trying to think of other.
Party Boy's brother. He was fine.
That's the brute I was talking about.
Okay, I thought so, and I'm sorry, he was fine.
He wore
He
a
was
mask
fine.
most of the movie. Yeah, his whole thing's just a big muscle guy. Like that's it.
I said what I said. I stand by it.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is supposed to be just like evil, like nepo baby. Yes, I maintain it. I maintain that to be the
So
case.
here's my only thing.
Hmm.
Um, and I would say if she's a caricature, you probably are correct, but I would add another layer in I don't think this is what they were going for, but I'm gonna just coin it feminism that only affects me. Because she's down to kill this girl until the second she's scared of her brother and Samara Weaving is marrying her brother, and then she's
Yeah,
like,
the second she's
my
going
good
to
sis,
lose. The
my
second
good
she's going to
sis.
lose.
I'm actually scared and we need to be a team.
It's the second she's going to lose is when she's like, no, now we're not on this side. But beforehand, she was fully willing to like let anyone die. She was willing to let
Do you
him die.
know
She was willing to let
do you know
him get killed by them.
you know what that reminds me of if you take it down about 1,000,000 degrees? You
What?
playing any game when you start making alliances with every single person. And you're doing that because I'm right.
God forbid I want to work with everyone. God forbid I want to be friends. I don't want to choose
Friends.
war. I choose friendship. God forbid.
No. Okay, listener, for reference, let's say we're playing Unstable Unicorns and we're all sitting in a corner, right? Now say I'm next to Ben and like Katie, who you met, is on the other side of Ben. Ben will look at me and say, we're forming an alliance, right? Like, we're going to take Katie down. She's such a bitch, right? Like, we hate her. And then he'll go, Katie, can you fucking believe Cheyenne? Like, we're forming an alliance.
Well, like that's
You
not
could say the second you're going down.
um um yeah, but here's the thing, it never works out for me. I always get because then I get targeted by everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's the way you described it just really sparked that in my mind. But continue.
Um
Continue, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
but yeah, I guess like I think every person is a caricature besides our two final girls for the sake of like teehee, it's funny. And you're supposed to hate all of them, so we're not gonna give them
Yeah.
any depth besides just what they are.
Okay, so that excellent transition into my next point. So I reasons, motivations aside, I do like that these movies play with the moral gray area a lot. Like in the first one, we have multiple family. Obviously, all these family members are fucked because of what they're doing. You like a couple of them.
I think you
I
like
love the
them
brother.
because they're silly.
Well, I think Adam Brody's character
Oh,
had a lot of likable traits.
Adam Brody's the only one I think is supposed to be likable because
The
that
mom
one.
had a lot of likable
No, she
traits.
didn't. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
she
no,
did.
she did. No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did.
No, she didn't.
She did.
No,
She was
didn't.
likable. She was funny. In this one, I think they don't give them to everyone by any means. The one that is interesting to me for two reasons is we're going to call her Shanghai, the rich lady from Shanghai.
Yes, the one who introduces the loophole.
She introduces the marriage loophole, but for like context, she's the only one that's bothered to ever see if there's a way out of this, like hunt and kill situation. Yeah. Whereas everyone else is like chomping at the bit for it to happen. So I don't want to call it Girls Girl.
I wouldn't call it Girls Girl.
I said I don't want to call it that because it's not that, but it's interesting that there is like a definitively morally gray character, and in the fact that she is self-aware, where she's like, no, I'm a bad person. They're just worse.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like, oh, that's just her way of gaining power, but she could have killed Smart Weaving.
Yeah.
But she
could have, and she would have had the seat, and it would have been.
But she was just like.
She recognizes that Grace, she's like, you could do a lot of good. We can't. And that means there's some element of that woman that like wants good.
Did she say that? She basically said, did. I thought she said like, we're bad, but we're not as bad as them. Like,
she said that.
Not that bad, so you can marry him.
Yeah, she called her son stupid, but said that he's nice. And when Grace was like, you're also in this cult, why would I believe you? You're bad. You're not a good person. Mm-hmm. Shanghai was like, no, you're right. I am bad. I'm just not as bad as them. But she also said, like, Grace, there is hope for, like, there's hope in you. You can do good. Which inherently means that she wants to see some good come out of everything. So she's an objectively morally gray.
I would call her morally gray. I think she's the only morally gray one.
Character, which it's just interesting because I would say I wasn't rooting for her downfall. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but she just existed to introduce the loophole.
Okay, but here's the other point that this brings up. These movies, I would say, as I've kind of said anyway, they lend themselves to some female empowerment because Grace is a bad bitch and she can't. Diva's not going down. That one diva's not going down. However, the loophole to gain power is through marriage.
Why can't you marry a woman? She probably could have married a woman.
Do we know that?
Mr. LaBelle, I'm going to say yes. Mr. LaBelle would be on board.
Mr. LaBelle. I thought you were trying to say Michelle Gellar, and I was like, are you okay?
No. I think she had already promised herself to the guy from the pit. So it's like, you had to.
Okay. But like, we're making an assumption, and when I make assumptions in other episodes, you tell me not to.
Yeah, well, guess what?
So,
I have my own rules for myself.
okay, well, I'm not going to allow that. We're not going to make an
Rules for me,
assumption.
not for thee.
A white man doing a double standard against a woman?
It's in my DNA.
That's true. Just like how you want to colonize space.
So made me look bad. I don't want to colonize space. I would like us to have colonies on the moon. There's a big difference.
Semantics, Ben.
There's a big difference.
Semantics.
And you know what? If we discover life, then I won't do that. I don't want to do that if there's people there.
Okay, you got to put the little asterisk next to that when you're talking about it.
Like, I feel like we've explored it enough that we know there's not people there.
For reference, listeners, one time Ben said that he wanted colonies in space in college years ago, and I immediately was like, "Oh, you want to colonize?" And I never let it go. Anyways, back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Interesting that in this specific scenario, marriage is how she gets the power, but then also it's flipped on its head, and she gets her power through marriage, but that power is taken by killing him. And hey,
Which, like,
I'm gonna say
not see that coming?
Feminist icon.
How do you not see that coming? You know?
Sorry, I got a text. I was making sure it wasn't anything important.
If I was him, I would see that coming. How does he not see it
coming? Because he's a fucking red-pilled brute-ass man.
That's true.
That is, hey, you know, if anybody in these movies listens to the Joe Rogan podcast, it was him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have anything to say about that?
That he listens to Joe Rogan? Oh, I agree.
Okay.
Sorry.
What do you think? I've been talking a lot. What do you have to say?
You have been talking a lot.
Okay, whoa. Women talk too much, and you want to colonize space. Anything else?
I like the movie. I think it was just the same as the first one. Or it's just silly little antics. And they throw in the sister relationship. I don't know. I think I like the concept of her not having a home more than I like them fully rewriting this, where she does have a family. Because you can't tell me they had this planned from the first movie.
They didn't. They didn't plan on having a sequel.
Yes, and so I think this is like as a retcon where, like, because the first movie, part of the plot was she didn't have a family, and it is retcon.
I would argue it's very realistic given the circumstances for her to say she doesn't have a family.
We don't fully know the circumstances. We just know it was a bad.
We know enough.
It was a bad home life, and she was like, "I'm gonna come back for you" or something.
Yeah. Well,
like, I don't know. It was like, it's been at least 10 years since she left home.
Yeah, well, that's their whole beef, is that it's like, you said you were going to come back and then you didn't.
No, she said she did try to come back, but or
she tried to call.
She tried to look for her.
Oh, I thought she just tried to call her.
No, she said I looked for you. I invited you to my wedding.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. And so, like, I think I like the character more in the first one for Samara Weaving, but it's still fine. It's fun.
You were not as into it as I thought you would be. Or maybe you're just tired because you have been like.
Yes, I've been a lot. No, I also am leaving. I have to leave here in a little bit.
Oh, we're trying to wrap it up.
No, I have to leave in like 30 minutes though. We're not gonna last 30 more minutes.
No, we're not.
The bonus
yeah, do you have anything else? It is, I know. And a chunk of this is getting taken out anyway.
Yeah. I do really like it. I really like it. I think the characters hunting her were funnier and sillier because they were willing to kill them throughout it. And they had the extra rule of like only one member out of family at a time was so good. And
except the twins.
Except the twins are technically
I like that bit.
One.
You're a twin. Would you do that?
Me and my brother.
Me acting like you would ever end up in that situation.
In a situation like that, no, absolutely not. I'm going to be absolutely.
You're gonna send Matt in. You're gonna be like, "You got it, buddy."
No, I'm gonna claim power for myself. I'm gonna SMG my way through it.
Okay.
I'm gonna Sarah Michelle Gellar it. And they're like, oh no, give me power.
Okay. Okay. Um,
I think the
yeah, I think
marriage
they're all silly
part
except the
was a little too
brother.
forced. I think the marriage was a little too. It led to an amazing scene, but they just go, "This will work." Why? It just does.
I mean, that's how the law works.
It just does.
That's the law. I think I told you this already, but just in case I didn't, you know when she gets power and she's like, "Everyone, get on your knees."
Yes,
You remember that? Did you notice the goat also got on its knees?
I did not see that. That's funny.
And they did not tell it to. It just happened to.
Oh shit, Smarty actually had full demonic power at that point.
So in her interview with the Too Scary to Watch girls, she was cracking up and she's like, I guess the goat just saw everyone and wanted to be included.
The girl's like, "Oh shit, okay, gotcha."
Okay, we're getting down.
This is
Which is just
serious.
very cute. Oh, and also, if anyone is concerned about animal abuse, the goat, totally fine. Nothing happens to him.
Even
They
in the
take him
ring,
home as a pet.
she's like,
He's fine.
"Yep." Do they think I'm home? They let him free though. Do they?
No, when they're leaving, they have him on a
They
little
have men
leash.
too. Oh, how fun!
Yeah.
I would keep it as a pet.
I would too. I'd be emotionally attached to
Like
that
this is
goat.
when I almost became queen of the universe.
Yeah, and I would probably name it Mr. LaBelle.
I wouldn't do that.
I also, hear me out, great cat name for a black cat, Baba Dub.
Bobby Duck. Well, Bobby.
Bobber.
Bobby.
That's cute. But anyways, I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts, opinions, feelings?
I don't think so. I think I
It's
feel
just
I positive positive view of the movie. Fun movie.
absolutely would watch it again. I would love to do a movie night of a back to back,
Same, because it's been a while since I watched the first one.
specifically with Katie.
Of course.
Yeah,
And a
that'd be
bottle of
funny. Maybe a couple.
I was gonna say bottles.
Zzz. hmm hmm Well, I think that's it for this bonus episode, everyone. Who knows what we'll talk about next month? Who's to
It
say?
can be whatever we want.
I
What's
don't
next month?
know.
May?
May.
I don't know what's happening in May.
We don't know yet, but you got to think about what you want for your birth month
That's
bonus
so far
episode.
away. That's so far away.
You got to think about it. You got to think about it.
I'll be
Because what
thinking.
if you want to give a whole presentation? Because then you need time to make the presentation, you know? Because you love a presentation. How many times can I say that word?
Presentation. I do a presentation.
You could do it.
Do I know my current plan for my next presentation? I may have told you this.
You told
Legend
me
of the
your initial
Guardians.
with the glasses,
Yes.
but you only had the base idea last time we
And that's
talked.
exactly where I'm at right now. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
I've not had any time to work on it.
That's okay. I can let you go and you will have more time.
Presentation night is in an hour, so no.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. Follow us on our social medias. Go to any other episode to hear what they are. I'm not gonna read them right now.
She's got a whole list of it.
They're either the number 9 Lives Horror Club or the acronym. Stay spooky
We'll see you next time.
for something.
Bye.
Bye.
Ja.